Hey everybody, just going to do a quick run through because some people still have questions even though we've been beyond Commitment Sunday, and what I want to do is just kind of take you through just simple stuff of why we're doing what we want to accomplish with phase one. And I think you're going to look back and you're going to go, well, why haven't we done that for years? And so as you look right here, what we're going to try to do with the chancel area is we're actually going to try to move the choir up a little bit and back into that choir bell loft, because the bell loft is almost unreachable for all generations, and we want to move that to the back of the room. But what this will give you is this ability to see the front row of the choir from your seat better, and that'll make our choir more prominent in traditional worship. So let's just go up here and I'll show you a couple other things. So the other idea here is that as the choir moves up and back, that gives us more space. This front row of the choir will go away and we'll move back. The organ will move back. We haven't fully decided where that will be because the design phase has not taken place. But if that organ is placed differently and the piano is moved back, that gives more space here for Stephen to have a small ensemble or orchestra while he is directing the choir at the same time without us being pushed up so much. It makes it such an easier transition, especially on Easter and other special occasions. So one of the key things that we do need to do is maintenance of our campus, but one thing we need to do, two things we need to do here in the sanctuary is maintenance of our floor as well as our pews. As you can see here, these pews have been taking a beating from the sun over years. That is why we put the shades in from a building sustainability plan, but as you move across the sanctuary, the fabric gets lighter, goes from light to dark. And so what we're trying to do is replace all the fabric, replace this carpet. It's going to go away. We haven't chosen those colors yet. That's the design team. But the idea is to make this space probably in a sense work for all generations. So it'll probably be a pretty neutral color. In your brochure, and you might have seen some of the renditions, those renderings are inexpensive renderings. And so when it shows a particular finish or maybe even the number of seats, that is not actual because we did not spend the money to make it exactly like it was going to be. Plus there is still a design phase with our architects. Now, if you look in the back of the sanctuary right now, you see some tables, and that's really not a very pretty sight. But that's where our bells are now because it's inaccessible to some people to get into our current bell loft behind the choir. So we're going to raise this up a couple of feet, something easy, a couple of steps, and then we will have a bell loft back here. Now on this side, we're going to mimic that exact same thing, and we're going to put our audio visual department here. They're still going to use the booth upstairs for some other things, but this is where the audio visual stuff will be, which will help us hear better sound down here on the floor of what our people are hearing, as well as make it more accessible for our team. Another part of the brochure talks about how we want to maintain our building, and you might see right here that we have had a water leak that we fixed, but over time that water leak, we didn't know it existed, actually corroded this capstone. So you can see the work that needs to be done here, and this is a particular fix that needs to be done. That's why we've moved the altar rail up a little bit just for safety until we can fix that. So another part of what we're going to do is that carpet that is in the sanctuary will continue out here in the narthex. We might possibly have some really nice vinyl, luxury vinyl hardwood floors, and that will continue out in the Welcome Center. Again, all part of the design phase that still has to happen. One thing that we are going to do is the men's and women's bathroom is we are actually going to redo these, and this will probably be gutted. So this room will go away, and in here for the women's bathroom, this will all be redone, and this whole entire area will look really high end and nice along with the guys. Another part of the campaign is connecting spaces, and what we're going to do, as you can see here, is this is a wall right here that has our hospitality kitchen, and the hospitality kitchen needs to be opened up make it more accessible, we'll do coffee and donuts right there. But also this wall, you would have no idea that we have a kids space unless we had a huge sign or a little tiny thing called nursery right there, that a sign. But this will be opened up, and then of course over there where it says check-in and you have the mission corner, that will actually develop into a welcome desk, so we don't have to have just a random kiosk here in the middle. It'll actually be a big welcoming site for people. Now if you turn this way, some of our finishes are going to be matching our new sanctuary area and the narthex area, but that area where we have the coffee and donuts currently right now, that will become an adult classroom and have glass sliding doors, much like the courtyard room. Another part of caring for our campus not only is it the parking lot, where we are going to try to redo that, resurface that, and make some beautiful islands, make it a little safer for folks, but also our prayer chapel is this roof right here, this flat roof needs to be replaced, and that's just a normal maintenance thing that needs to happen. We've already done it to this roof about 5 years ago, but this needs to be done because it's quite old. This phase 1, is really touching a lot of the connecting spaces, the gathering spaces. There's something for everyone, but we want to make sure we highlight our school needs another age-appropriate playground. And so we're gonna take this portion of our campus, this parking lot, and probably move those trash cans, of course, out here closer to the street and put up a nice fence here, or a brick wall to protect our kids, but this is where another playground will go. Right now, the children will benefit from your gifts and your generosity.